about now? Can you hear yourself?
Hello.
Test. Yes. We are
Good.
live.
Okay, good. We're live.
Hello.
Perfect.
Hello,
everybody.
We'll just hang out for a couple minutes and wait for people to join.
Great. Thank you very much. My name is Jose. I'm also a developer evangelist here at TomTom. And today we are going to do some coding. We are going to do a little bit of coding on using the JavaScript SDK for web that we have in our TomTom Maps APIs. And we're going to present for now just a simple map. And if we have some time, we're going to add some, have fun with the search API with the fuzzy search. So what do you have in your list, Olivia? Can you split your next slide?
Yeah, so what's going on right now is we're just going to do a quick intro of ourselves. Hopefully if my sound is still going okay. Who we are since you probably don't know us. If you're new to TomTom events, things like that. I'm Olivia. Everybody knows me as apparently my sound is not okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go on. So I'm going to go and let Jose do an introduction and introduce the topic.
Yes, Olivia is very good and is very interested about privacy. I know that for sure, and she loves to code in Python. We just finished an article a couple of weeks ago about also for Python, how to use our APIs in Python as well. Very nice. And I know for sure because she showed me some code that you used to code in assembler x86. I could not believe that, but it's very cool indeed. And me, I am mostly a mobile developer. I love working with Android, and you can find me also making from time to time some small games. I like to write games and anything that has to do with electric vehicles. To be honest, I like anything that has to do with electric mobility. In this case, I have my own electric bicycles and electric scooter, electric motorcycles. I like to tweak around. That's what I like to do. Okay, next, what do we have here? This is about us. What we're going to be doing today is, first, we're going to take you to the developer portal, which is the hub where you can get all the information about the TomTom Maps APIs. And we're going to create a new API key that you are going to use in our demo or tutorial. You can have a copy of the API key also at the end of the stream. It will be in the chat, and also it will be on the forward email if you want to receive the email from us as well. We're gonna go over a small HTML file using the JavaScript SDK, and I think mostly good. Yeah, that's it. Very small thing. Yeah. So how about now? We're going to go and get your API key. What's the first thing we have to do? Developer portal. And this is the API key. I don't know, can you copy it, Olivia? I think you can copy it on the chat, if people can have it. I think so, yeah. So this API key will be live. I don't know for how long. Couple of weeks you can use it. It's a normal API key. Anyone can get one. You can get to developer portal, register yourself for free. You don't need a credit card, and you immediately would have more 2,500 transactions free per day. Every day get reused, get recycled. You can use it every day, and later on you can create your own account. And in fact, I think we do have a promotion for this stream. If a coupon that you will get at the end of the stream, and I think it's a landing page. Yeah. I like Olivia being like, yes. We do that. What is next? What do you have for us, Olivia, in the next step?
My sound is pretty bad, but I'll hand the screen share over to you to work on code.
Cool. Let me see if I can do this. Can you stop sharing your screen so I can Ta-da! Been working on these transitions for a while now. So, what we have here. Okay, we already have our API key. I think you have it on the chat, right? The chat one. Let me see if I can put it somewhere here. I'm going to open your chat and let's see if we can find it. Great. So I'm gonna add it for now here in the code. Let's see what can we do. Yeah. Not copy this. Just use this one. It's an API key. Actually, what we have here is a small HTML file. It's a basic one. It has the basic HTML, and we have a div in it, and we're going to add a map on it. It's very simple. Okay, let me see if actually this works. Very important. I don't want to say something that I'm not correct. Let me see. I'm going to open my browser here. Can you guys see the browser? Here. Seems to be very good. Hello on the map. Let me see again if this is the correct one. Again. There it is. We have a small HTTP server running with our code. Oh, there's no code. It's just a page that shows text right now. And we are going to add a little map using the map display in the SDK. So how do we do this? Let's see. Take a look of the developer portal. Let's go back to the developer portal. Just here this screen. Just here. And in the documentation for the SDK web, there is a section called downloads. Right now we are using our latest version is version 5. It's the one we have with nice based on the and you see that in the download section we have, if you need to add maps in your application, your web application, you just need to use these downloads here. So right now, latest version is 5.53. Just this and you have to be added into the head section. So this quickly code for the use. Very nice. So we need the SDK, which is right here. We're using our content distribution network for this. I don't have to download the whole SDK in my application. It's good. And we have the cascade style sheet needed for this. Especially if we're going to display a map, we need to present, we have POIs, voice speakers, and they are very nice and colorful, and we want to add them up automatically. Okay. So that's the first step in doing this. Now that we have the SDK installed, let me see. Errors. Now we are going to add a map in this div, in this HTML element, which is inside here. So there is a simple way to do it. We can go back to the documentation and we can check quickly how it's done. Or actually have a way to do it. Here. So, code. Okay, so we can create a variable called our map, perhaps, and the object that we're going to use is the TT map, which is already in the SDK. And what it received is the options, the configuration file for the map that we're going to run. And it's an object, it's an object, of let's say the first thing that we need to do is, this is the API key you need. So we pass the API key. Then we have to tell them, okay, we're going to load the map with this API key, and we have to place it inside the HTML document, which is the one that is over there, is the ID called my map. So there's a container, and the class is called my map. Now, we have to go to tell them where do you want the map. By default, the map would be like full screen, and full zoom level 0. And I want to go to a specific city, but let's do that for later. Let's see, and let's see how it looks like. I don't know. We have to add also a style. We have several styles. I'm going to note that one that I know, but for sure that is the basic one. It's a vector style, vector-based styles. Basic. Okay, and that's it. I think we are good to go. Let's see how it goes. Crashes. Let's try it again. Let's reload this. And you see that the map is actually loaded inside the div. Right there is showing something. I think we need to give a size of the HTML. See what size. Okay. Just a moment. What style we're going to use? Oh, I'm using 90% of the viewport, the screen view, for example. Also 90% of the view height. How about that? And let's see how it looks like. Voila! So we have a map. How long did it take? Very fast. 40 seconds. You can add a map very easily in your application. Now, okay, this is a full map. This is a zoom 0. We want to go to a specific city. I have one of my favorite cities in the world is Madrid. I'm gonna go here because I have it in the past. This is the location of the center of Madrid. I think it's called Kilometro Zero. And we can tell them, please, when you create a map, go to the center the map on that location, which is Madrid. And also, if you're gonna do that at that some level, can you go a little bit closer? Let's go to level 14 to see how it looks like. And let's take a look. Reload. Oh, Puerta del Sol in Madrid. Yay! So what we have right now is just a simple, with a simple API key that you can get in the developer portal, and you can add in a couple of lines. You can have your own map in your website. Yes, it's fully functional map. These icons, these POIs are now they're already on the layer because we added the cascade style sheet. Let's add some. Buildings actually. I like it. All right. Do you have any other interesting cities where maybe we can move to other cities, Olivia? What do you think? Lisboa. Okay. Let's see if I can find Lisboa. First, we have to find. find out that first we have to find where Lisboa is. Like that alone, I found it already. And let's do this. I will go back to the code. I'm gonna go Lisboa. First is the longitude value. Not that I have it already on my mind, but I actually it's not serious mind. Latin now, yes, 72. Let's see how it looks like. Reload. We have lots of errors. You see here, accumulation of errors coming here. I know what it is. Maybe I did it backwards. Oh, okay. No, the error is because I used a comma. See? Sorry. I have a comma here instead of a dot. It's 9.1. Honest mistake. Reload, and voila, it is Lisboa. Who do we have in Lisboa? Yeah, a song. Right. Now that we have several cities, you can create any other cities. We would like to from you guys, what else? What other cities we can add? Who is on the chat from different cities? Because I am in Amsterdam, and Olivia is in lovely Austin, Texas, and now you can see people. Yes, you can see now Lisboa. Lisboa is a beautiful city. And this is using the new SDK that we have, the version 5. Cool. All right. Now, what can we do now? Once we have already the map, as you can see, the next thing we can do is let's make a search. We're gonna use the hint. Yes, yes. I'll find it. Before going to the filter, let's go for category. And let's see here. Where's the code? Where's the code? There it is. Where's the code? This is the longitude and the latitude is 51. CO5. Let's see. Let's move the map to let's run it. Nice. And has a nice downtown area, which is have a cathedral. I don't know where the cathedral is. We have like four cathedrals. Oh, it must be this one. Oh, it is. This one. This one and this one here. San Nicolas. This what we are looking at right now is the map data that comes from our APIs, it's since it's vector based, you can always in the future change it a lot actually, because you have the possibility to update the style actually. So you can change the colors and layers, different POIs, for example, and you using the map styler. We will show you that in another episode, another episode of the Maps APIs. Cool. Now, let's see. If we have a map and we would like to make a search, we need I think an HTML element that can input text to add the data that we want to search for, and maybe a button. So we have the div right here, see on top, so it will be more visible. Let's go input, yeah, and I have to say type should be text. Very important. Because I'm going to get the data from later. Let's see. Call it when. For now, type something or search something or data set or leave it empty. There it is. Well, now I want to add also a button. Just when you click the button, the search is executed. So if I'm correct, the JavaScript command for this is on click. Yeah, it's on click. And when on click, let's say search, and that will be it. So let's say search. Same. So we have a button and we have to input text on top of the map. Let's take a look. There it is. Right there, I can see the search shock breaker. I don't know why it's there. Okay. So you can text here, I want to search for anything. Anything here. And when we click search, we want to execute the search. I'm probably crashing right now with messages because every time we click the button, the method or function search is being executed, and we haven't created one. Weird. So let's do that. Let's see. I have it here. Got it at the end. Let's click here at the end. So for JavaScript, I usually create the functions this way. I know that there are other people who does it other way. I usually create the function like search or function like that. I know many people who do it like this. I know that both are okay. I'm gonna stick with my style. This. So the first thing we have to do is to call the API that performs the fuzzy search. And I don't remember right now. I know it's called PP services something. And in order to find out, we can go quickly into the developer portal. You don't remember the exact code. So here in the section services, fuzzy search, right there. Zoom, this is size of the bed. It's fuzzy search. So in order to do a fuzzy search, we just have to execute PP services fuzzy search. I expect you pass your API key and here is an example. Your API key and your query and the query, and then I can see now that the function will return a promise, JavaScript promise, and then there is a callback function that is being executed when the operation is finished. Let me just take a look, and we can do it now. Where's the code? So the first, let's see, let's call it TT services and fuzzy search. And I know it's not gonna, sorry about that, search. I know it's not gonna work right away and immediately. So execute the fuzzy search, and I can see the options called insert, and this execute a promise. I say, please go fetch me the promise, and when you finish, then handle the result somehow. I'm gonna call it handle result. I'm just gonna check with the chat. Handle the results, and that's it. But it's very important. I want you to let you know right now that this thing will not work immediately, of course, because let me go back to the documentation. We have the SDK for web, the TomTom Maps API SDK for web. It's separated in two parts. The first one is the map display section, and the second one is the services section. So we have, in order to avoid if you need to access all our APIs and you don't need to actually display a map, you don't need to use the content distribution network to load everything. We have a different SDK, a different binary, well, different Java file for this. It's here. I'll show you in the downloads. Yes. So you see that if you need to use maps display, that's what we did at the beginning of this stream. We take the Cascade style sheets and the SDK from that content distribution network, and right now it's called Maps Web, mean JavaScript. But in this case, we're going to use a service. Separately, we can also add this one, and that's what we need. We have to add this. Because I know people complain. So now we added. Just make sure that you guys have the same version. We always keep these links updated to the latest version. It's better to use the latest version and to keep them at the same version. So now right now it's 553 both of them. Okay, so where were we? So we have, when you get the search, please put the parameters here, get the promise, and when it's done, the promise, send it to this, execute this function called have results. From now on, now we have to tell them, okay, how do we send them? For the first thing, okay, any options for the fuzzy search. I think the first one was the key, and we already have the key. It's called API key. It's a variable up there. Yes, let's see. And now we have to set the query. If you remember, we have to set the query. The query is the text, the search, the input text search. What we're looking for, query. And query is the value that we have in our input text, right there. And let's see. I think it was called my text for query. It's query. It's called query. It's right here. Query is the. I'm going to do this JavaScript pure. I didn't load jQuery, so it's done. Get element by ID, just actually query, and to get from the element from the ID is value. Yeah. Now that would be usually enough for now, but let's start with the beginning with this simple one. Of course, we can configure more options, and we can configure options to. We are going to add the bounding box, for example, or radius to search around the area. We can also search for the specific addresses or POIs, or search for geographical areas, like you want to search for municipalities, for example, which I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's do. This is a simple search. Just search whatever you have there with a name, and let's go. And there is a function that being executed after. It's called handle results. Let's do that. So handle results. Handle results. Function. Now, when the promise that this API return is the object that we got. So let's see if the object is here. We got the JSON response. Let's go to result, for example. And we're gonna do something here, and we're gonna print the result. Let's take a look. What are we getting? It's a JSON object, so let's take a look. And wow, that was not that fast, not that bad. It was pretty easy. Let's take a look. How does it work? So I have the messages here, and let's see. Okay, what should be our first search item? Let's find for a city. What do you think, Olivia? Your city. Okay. Austin. In fact, it's Austin. We perform the search. Messages. Search is not defined. Uncode reference not defined. Oh. I know what is the problem. That is text. Okay. Right. Clicks. Search. I don't see it right now. Search. Okay. There is no reason for doing this. There it is. I forgot to reload. That was it. So, since we sent data to the result to the console, I think you can see the console. Console have a results by default, and this API returns the first 10 elements, and it detects that the word Austin means maybe you're looking for a geography object, which is true. It's a municipality or a city or county level, and it returns an object here. So municipality in Austin, and this is the lot position. okay, we have a position. How about this? For sake of the argument, for sake of the exercise, let's take we got the result. Let's take the first element and see what it takes me. About that. Let's see. Okay, we have data, we have results. So we have the result here, and what we want is actually if we get some result. I know that the elements called results inside the JSON file. If we got some results, let's say let's do this. Let's say move map to the result. I want from the result the first element, give me the position, and I believe that is the results is an array. You can see here is an array. The first element has a position. That's what I want. Let's go to that move map to the position. Now after this, we just I don't think we have a move map for now. We have to add a function to actually move the map to that position. Let's see. And now, if you I'm gonna grab your attention here, and you see that this is a position is actually a JSON object with longitude and latitude. It's a long lat. So this is what we need to add. This here as a long object. What we really want is not to move far away. We would like to actually there's a neat function in the map SDK that allows us to actually fly. Let's go fly. What it does. What it does is send some options and say, please, I want to fly to this location, which is the parameter that is passing right now here. And maybe keep the zoom level just in case we move around the zoom. How about that? And let's take a look how it looks like. Run. Reload. We have the map here. Let's go back. We know that hosting works. Let's see how it works. Hosting. And we make search, get the result, and found the location, and it flies. This is a beauty. I will not ask Olivia to tell me where is she now. So you can give me some signs and hands. Now go to the right, this direction, more around that. Are you in Upper Boggy Creek? No. Hancock. Okay, I will. Okay, how about this, Olivia? Open your microphone and tell me what is the section. Where is the area, county level where you live? Just the county area. So we see if we can find it.
Let's go to Oak Hill.
I would love to know what exactly how do you spell that? Oak Hill. Okay. Like Oakdale. Oak Hill. Got it. Oak Hill. I don't think you live down out there. And this is an issue. It's a very important one because do you live there? No. No. Why? Because it says okay, it's an Oak Hill founded probably as a municipality, not an area that is inside the area that we are around. So this is the beauty of this, that we're going to send a parameter now in the search function that will allow you to focus the search in a certain area. How about that? So we know exactly that the result will be constricted in a certain area. How about this. So first, let's go back to posting. Sunset Valley. I wonder if we get it here, but that's a city. Sunset Valley, it's a city. Say Sunset Valley. Oh, that is Sunset Valley Market. That's really nice. Very good. Okay, what we're gonna do now, still, I would like to constrain the search. So what we're gonna get is from the map object, whenever the map is displayed, we can get the bounding box area, and then we pass that bounding box to the search API, and then we just get all the locations or all the results coming from that area. The first thing we have to do is let's go back to the code. When we make the search, we pass a boundary here. We can pass, I think it's called bounding box, but I don't want to make have an error, so let's double check in the documentation. In doubt, always go to the documentation. You will always get all your data here. So map, this is the map data, and I know it's called bounding something, and I think it's bounding box. It's box. The bounding box is a function, so get. Get bounds. Yeah, it's called get bounds, and it returns the landlord bounding box. There it is. Okay, and let's do this quickly. Let's say box. Sorry, box. And this map get bounds, and that's it. So we are constraining the results onto that. All right, and let's take a look. See how it looks like. Map, save, not save, reload. So let's say we are in Ghent right now, and let's say from here we can find, for example, find something. Church. Voila. And this is found a church right there. But you know what? Okay, it moved the map a little bit to indicate that there was a church, probably a first result on the church, but I don't see it. So what we're going to do finally, and the last thing we're going to do is to, after we get the location that we want to present, after the result, let's put a marker just to see that we actually moved to a new place or something. So adding a marking is very simple on the map. It's move the map, and after you move the map, I know in the documentation because I have it before. To add a marker, I just use the marker and take the results for the same position and add it to the So two lines extra, and we go here, reload. We are back in hemp. Let's make a search. George, and voila, we have a market. We have coffee in this area. Yeah, there's something like coffee. What is this? Wow. In the next episode, we will teach you how to actually get information on this language. So I really hope that this was useful or exciting. It was at least exciting to me to showcase a little bit what we can do with the TomTom Maps APIs. So, Olivia, what do you think? Should we wrap up? Yes? You have any? I would like to really thank you guys for showing up in our first episode, and stay tuned for the next one. I think it's going to be hopefully the next time we will have this audio thing already set up correctly, and I think that's it. Thank you very much. If the chat is still valid, running, we can announce where to get the information about the code. We're gonna get the code, of course, for this, and the coupon. The coupon is in the chat, right? Well, yes. Thank you very much for attending.